This thing is unreal. It's not mere hyperbole or clickbait to say this is perhaps the best back machine ever made. Certainly the most versatile and best upper back, prone row, T-bar row, incline type chest supported movement ever, period. So I've been dreaming, had this refurb in my head for several years and finally actually got it completed. So I'm going to show you today the modified Strive Extreme Row. A couple things about the machine the way it is. I always thought it was an amazing machine. Like conceptually, it was just fantastic, but like it didn't execute. There's several problems with the way the machine is as is. The number one issue I have with as is the angle of the pad in relation to where you grab the handles is off. If the pad was further back, if this pad was further back, you could actually grab the handles in a way that would allow you to optimally stimulate the back. But as is, it's just awkward. But you can use it one arm at a time. One arm at a time, it feels much better in that regard. All right, so the main way this has been modified is the handle. So I've added a semi-supinated and a semi-pronated grip, and I've added these rings that you can add accessory handles to. The other thing is I've taken the existing stops off because they just took away too much pre-stretch, and I put just a really thin watch the video the whole way through because halfway through I'm going to take this bench away and do some other modifications, which so I'm going to show you literally like 15. I lost count. I literally lost count. Like 15 to 20 different movements you can do with this machine the way that I've modified it. And stay tuned. I'm going to show you, those of you who have this machine as is, the best way to use it. All right, so check this out, guys. 22 different movements, and there's really like probably 50 you can do. But the first movement is the traditional overhand grip. So you want to shove your body all the way up on the seat. This movement always felt decent if you shoved yourself all the way up. So I actually like to keep my feet all the way back, pushing on my feet to give myself some traction and tension. To get your body in the proper position, you want to shove yourself all the way up. So the same thing with the neutral handle. So like I said, the handle angle is off in relation to the pad. So shove your body all the way up to use these neutral handles optimally to stimulate the back. So the way I'm using it here, I'm showing you, I'm doing kind of a cast set, just putting bands at the end. I do so many sets, but I could show you exactly the best way to use this machine, but I'm just doing the end range for this video. So like I said, you're pushing on your feet. Your chest is literally off the pad to get it optimally. So the third grip is this semi-supinated row I added. I just absolutely love this grip. It feels phenomenal. Hits the lower lats better. It's the perfect optimal angle. So I kind of copied this from a couple other row machines. I figured out 60 degrees is the perfect angle to really stimulate the lats. So now I'm showing you with the semi-prone angle, with my machine, I drop the seat all the way back, and I'm grabbing these extra semi-pronated handles I added. So this kind of literally feels like a nebula low row, but in a chest supported area. I love these handles. So again, the optimal angle I figured out from trial and error is 60 degrees. I added these at 60 degrees. I can't tell you how good this grip feels. I love the semi-supinated, but I think I may like this grip even better. It stimulates the lumbar lats perfectly. Then as you see with the handles, I added rings higher and I added rings lower to allow me to add these accessory handles. I can't tell you how amazing that is. So I'm using these Watson thick grip handles. I love these things. These things rotate, but I'm able to get the beauty of the technology of the extra handles with the Strive technology as well. In my opinion, the next couple movements I'm going to show you are the best way, I believe, to use the machine as is in its unmodified form. All right, so check this out, guys. I want you to try the machine this way, those of you that have it. So you're going to do like a bent over row movement using the Strive machine. So my feet are back. Most of my weight is on my feet. A little teeny bit of my weight is on my chest. I'm not shoving my chest in there, just very lightly, just support it a little bit. And I lean forward. The stretch with this thing is absolutely phenomenal, like 10 times better than a bent over barbell row. with the same movement. So the beauty of doing it this way is the stretch and the contraction. I'm able to fully protract and retract my scapula. Again, don't knock it until you try it. I want you guys to try this movement this way. It feels way better than than just laying against the pad. This thing just feels absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, it's a little bit more demanding, a little more taxing, because you are kind of mimicking a bent over row as opposed to a chest supported row. But the teeny bit of pressure on the chest really supports it and really allows you to focus on contracting the muscles. I mean, if Strive actually made their bench this way, it would have been 10 times better. So I'm going to show you here in a second how I use it differently to get the same effect. But I can't tell you how good this particular movement feels. Again, I want you guys to give me feedback. Those of you who have had this machine or have this in your gym, I want you to try it this way and tell me what you think. And again, this is me. I can do this same movement with so many different handles. I show you just one or two handles here, but literally any handle you can attach. You can use the handle with the Strive technology, which is what I love. Check this out. I've removed the existing bench that came with the machine, and I've inserted this Titan Fitness prone row adjustable bench. This works absolutely phenomenal. So the cool thing with this is you can go straight prone all the way to like 45 degrees and everywhere in between. And the other cool thing is this adjusts up and down. So check this out. Like literally you can see how it matches perfectly. I could put screws through there if I wanted. The metal attachment piece to the Titan matches almost perfectly to where it would sit if it were built into this machine. So this is what makes this machine absolutely freaking awesome and unreal and the best ever, is to take out the existing bench and put this bench in there. When I saw that Titan came out with this bench, I knew that it would work perfect in this function. That's the main reason I got it. I use it for lots of other things, but so I'm showing you lots of different actual prone row movements where I'm literally straight prone using the Strive technology with these handles. It's phenomenal because I can adjust how high up and down at the same angle I can with this bench. Whereas the Strive bench, if you bring it up, it changes the angle. You know, you can't adjust the angle and the height at the same time. So all these movements feel absolutely phenomenal. So showing you kind of the overhand, the neutral, and now the semi-supinated from prone row. You just cannot get a prone row movement with the Strive technology like this with the extra handles I added. And again, with my modifications, if I had to choose one handle that I love the best, it's probably this one, although I want you to stay tuned. I'm going to show you an additional modification I made. But I love this angle. Now you can see the cool thing is I can actually add the prime handles. I've got the top ring and the bottom ring, so this is just showing you the top ring, which makes the tension a little harder because it's closer to the movement arm. Now I'm showing you the prime handles on the bottom ring, so it changes the tension slightly, makes it a slightly easier movement, slightly different trajectory than the top ring. So for me, the more options, the better. All right, so as I showed you before, the cool thing with this Titan adjustable bench is you can adjust it at any angle. If I had one angle that I think works the best, I think it's this angle. It's probably about 20 to 30 degrees. So I'm going to show you multiple movements from this particular angle. You can go overhand, and now I'm going to go neutral. And again, the adjustability of this to get my body where it needs to be is so much better because I'm not bound down by where the pad is on the Strive Prime unit. And the cool thing with this, honestly, is these movements, most of them feel better one arm at a time. I can do them one arm at a time to really focus on the stretch and the squeeze. Now I'm showing you kind of the semi-prone grip. And again, this truly feels like a slight incline chest-supported nebula low row movement. And then I'm just kind of showing you the slight incline with the prime handles. I think the top hole and then the bottom hole. I'm literally kind of fried by this point. I've done so many sets trying to film this for you. Like I'm just fried. So my form may not be the greatest at this point in the video. It's actually so freaking cool though, to be able to have the prime handles utilized in this machine, to utilize this technology. All right, so check this out, guys. These are the Medex handles from the Medex row machine. I'm going to show you my two favorite movements with this. All right, guys, so all the movements I've shown you are awesome, but these last two are probably my favorite. I'm going to show you on this slight incline on the Titan bench, the one-arm row using the Medex handle. The beauty of this Medex handle is it absorbs the tension and it goes straight into your lat. So the problem with a fixed handle is most of the time there's a loss of tension through somewhat of the wrist and sometimes the shoulder. See how the Medex handle glides on that shoulder bolt? There's no wrist torquing, and all that tension is going straight to the lat. Again, I'm fried by this point in the video, but the whole idea is it's just phenomenal. This is the last one I'm going to show you where the bench is completely out. I'm doing like a one-arm dumbbell row using the Strive technology with the Medex handle, but I knew I had to have the Medex technology with the Strive technology combined. I can't tell you how good this feels. This is just the tip of the iceberg with me just showing you the end range, but when you take it through the progression of how to use this machine, it's unmatched. That's the cool thing with this handle. You can truly hit lumbar and even iliac lat, like lower lat, which is very hard to do with like a one-arm dumbbell row or machine row because of where it's angled and because of how it rotates back. Oh. Oh man.